One thing I've liked to do, in this last few years, is spotlight things I've missed in the previous year that I cover, and this is no exception. So, since it's been available on YouTube this past week, and now that I've finally seen the whole thing, and here are my first viewing thoughts on the animated film Nimona. The plot follows a knight named Balthasar trying to clear his name of a crime he did not commit, and in order to do so, he ends up forming a reluctant partnership with the titular Nimona, a shape-shifting beast who has been viewed as a villain in the kingdom for the longest time. And decided to play along with the role, and she revels in that. I mean, the film was also based on a graphic novel by Andy Stevenson, and I will definitely be going back to read it in the near future. I mean, and while my understanding is that the film and the book have a similar premise, the way they carry it out is completely different. And to me, I especially like the whole idea of depicting a world where monarchies and feudalism never went away in an age of smart devices, flashy sports cars, and 24-hour news cycles as well. I mean, and at one point there's going to be a blue sky film before the studio's closure led to the production getting picked up by Netflix instead, and I'd say it was a good decision. I think this might be another year here where I like all the Best Animated Feature nominees. He's at the Academy Awards, but I know only one of them is actually going to be able to win. So I'm favoring Elemental or Spider-Verse 2, but I think this one could upset potentially. Visually, it's quite a striking movie, and I think this one actually could have actually been worth at least trying to give a short theatrical run, since it's very much like got a 2.5 look and feel towards it. I mean, albeit not in the same way as Spider-Verse's duology has, but the whole cel-shaded appearance, I think I definitely would appreciate seeing more of, and also the setting takes the whole urban fantasy turn to its logical extreme, where feudalism and caste system of knights coexist in the same way as like coin-operated jousting games and cereals always favored and flavored after dragon gems. And Nimona herself is definitely some of the best animated ships I've seen in some time, and I'm not going to get too spoilery in terms of plot, because if you watch this, and I hope you do, I want you to go through the same kind of emotional roller coaster it took me on. I mean, over 98 minutes, where it made me feel multitude of different things off at the same time, and even though I did not actually see it last year, so I can't really include it in my favorites of that year, like a lot of the ones I have included in that list, it definitely showed me things I have not seen before, or gave me new perspective on things that I have, which I believe that, given even with the numbers going up, down, sideways, is I think what a lot of people are generally looking for, or I mean, a story right now. And even though the honeymoon period may long be over for the streaming wars and the teething troubles now set in, and I believe that there is still a market for her creativity, and one that can reach millions of people and be appreciated by millions of people, who, if people are willing to seek it out, be they viewer or service. Because, I mean, I'm just gonna say that rolling the dice on something crazy is definitely something I'm more open to than just shunting something into a vault or the digital ether where it might not ever see the light of day. Hey, I'm not gonna be naming any names right now, but if you've seen the state of affairs right now, you definitely know what I'm talking about. It also ties in the film in a way where it also, well, another key conflict is like tradition versus is progression, where do you want to keep following the same traditions over millennia, even when it's becoming inherently clear that they're not based on what we thought they were? Or do you want to forge a new path? Uh, like I said, I'm not going to say how, but it's going to be vital. And it's definitely the ideal film to rise from blue sky's ashes, so to speak, like a proverbial phoenix. Anyway, this is going to be all for now. I mean, for the most part, I'm going to be saving my energy for the Pokemon Day stream Tuesday morning and the Star Wars Dark Forces remaster going live this week as well. I also might spotlight another her movie that I have not talked about yet on Leap Day, just to once again make that holiday particularly special as whenever it comes up. So, and I would say that even considering everything, I am in a somewhat better place than I was this time. I'm about 4 years ago at least. Maybe so. Oh, and that includes like well, considering when might have a surprise for you tomorrow, or I might not. Let's wait and see what it is. Let's just say, that I would say that swoosh rocks, suckers. That'll be all for now. So, take care, everyone.